Welcome to The Secret Rugby Lives, made just for you by Bright Rock, where each week I meet a well-known celebrity who has got a rugby story that you might not have heard of. And this week it's the man who can do absolutely anything. If you believe the internet, we know him as one of the greatest cricketers of his generation, if not ever. Is there a secret rugby story? We'll find out shortly from AB de Villiers. So this is not the first time I've had a conversation around different sports with this week's guest, because if you go online, AB de Villiers, the internet tells me, you could run the 100 metres in under 8 seconds when you were 12. You could have won Wimbledon by the time you were 15 if you wanted to. You're an Olympic quality swimmer. There are all these wonderful urban myths about your sporting ability beyond cricket. But the one I do hear consistently is that AB de Villiers was a very gifted rugby player.
Morning, Dan. It's nice to be chatting to you again. Off to a flyer as per usual. No, I absolutely love rugby. I've played it ever since I can remember, from a very young age. But yes, well, I think everything on the internet's got to be true, right? So let's just believe everything we read there.
A little more detail though, on this rugby career. Cricket obviously took over at a fairly young age. How long did you play some reasonably serious rugby?
The rugby story is actually quite interesting. At primary school, I was really good. At first team, I was the captain and the playmaker. So I was, and then I got humbled big time as soon as I arrived in office, in high school. I think I played under 14 E and F. I was in the E and the F group. Same with under 15. Under 16s, I decided to stop playing rugby and I played hockey for a year, purely because I just couldn't understand why I'm playing in the E and the F team. And I had an occasional opportunity in the D side. Long story short, to stand at 9, I started in the 4th team. Well, they call it grade 11 now, sorry, grade 11. Started in the 4th and the 3rd squad. Towards the end of the year, I got a chance in the 3rd team because of an injury. The 2nd team coach was there, liked what he saw. Into the 2nd team, same thing happened. Had a really good game against Boys Eye, our big rivals. And the next week, I was in the first team group. Made the Craven week Blue Bulls team in my matric year as well. And the rest was history. I just had the best final year at school, purely because of rugby. I absolutely loved the game, and
so
it's just a great team sport.
Under 14E to first team and playing Craven week. That's quite a journey.
I know. It's crazy how it all happened. I had a really good coach at school, Dr. Karel Kriek, big mentor of mine growing up, and he sort of got me into that first team setup.
And if memory serves, you were a fly half?
I was number 10, yes.
You were number 10.
Yeah.
And in terms of the love of rugby and the love of cricket, were they on a reasonably even keel, or was cricket always significantly further ahead?
If you talk about love, I think I actually enjoyed rugby a bit more. Cricket was a bit slow. Rugby in front of the school was the main sport of the school at the time. Big crowds, sing-alongs. It just felt really good to wear that white jersey and playing for the Witbulle. So that was definitely my favourite sport at school. I really felt part of the team and the school, and you almost really got a kick out of playing every Saturday in front of the crowds, making a few good plays for the guys and winning games.
Was there any thought of taking it further?
I wouldn't have minded to give it a go. I don't know. I think the big thing maybe was that Craven week where I didn't make the SA Schools team, and shortly after I made the SA Schools team in cricket. So that was almost like an answer for me to sort of go in that direction. I also actually wasn't so serious about it, to be very honest. I went to varsity after school and played 2nd team for Tucks, occasionally first side, and then same thing happened. There was this big break, so similar to my high school rugby story, and within a year and a half I played for the Proteas.
You loved cricket, you did an incredible job, you had one of the great cricket careers. Are there any regrets that you didn't take rugby any further?
I think my big regret, not a regret, is possibly tennis. Growing up, it was my strongest sport, I'd say. I stopped the minute I went to high school. Actually, at the age of 12, I stopped training really hard. And before that, I was on the tennis courts every single day of my life. My mom was my coach, and I could play the game. I would have loved to see what would have happened if I just kept going. Maybe if I decided to go to the States at the age of 12, because that was on the table, we were talking about it. My life would have been completely different, and I would have given it an absolute tonk if I did decide to go that way. There's no regrets. I absolutely decided the right direction for me, and it worked out really well, and I'm very happy with very, very blessed actually with everything that's come my way.
I think there are a lot of bowlers who would have been very happy if you had gone and started a tennis career. But as cricket fans, we're very, very happy it worked out the way that it did. What about now? Retired life, what's on TV at home more often? A game of rugby or a game of cricket?
Ooh. Yeah, cricket not so much, unless it's a big game. I think with all sports, the big stuff I really enjoy, the majors in golf, the majors in tennis, the Boks playing the All Blacks. And cricket, I watched most of the Ashes that's just gone by. I love Test cricket, but it's got to catch my eye, you know. There's got to be real competition, it's got to be close, and there's got to be a lot on the line, because that's when I start relating. I don't watch a lot of other stuff. It's got to be the big stuff.
But you'll be watching the big stuff, especially towards the end of this year, very closely. I know you've got a lot of friends within that team, and I know there's a very proud South African every time that South African rugby team runs out.
Yeah, it's difficult to explain the emotions when I watch the Boks play. It's like I get very, very emotional, very worked up, incredibly nervous. I think I don't even sleep the night before. You know, I'm not even close to playing any kind of competitive sport. But I get very, very worked up when the Boks play. I've had a very close, very big passion for the Springboks from a very young age. My dad used to wake me up 4 a.m. to watch the Boks play the All Blacks. So it's just in my culture and my blood from a very young age. So much looking forward to watch them play in the World Cup. I think we've got what it takes. I know we've got what it takes to do it again.
Well, I know possibly in a different world it could have been you in that number 10 jersey at a World Cup, but as a supporter, I know you'll be cheering along enthusiastically and watching with the rest of us. So thanks for sharing the rugby story and revealing a little bit about the Springbok you might have been.
Thank you. I think we have a lot of number 10s that sit at home and think that they are actually the Springbok fly-off. I'm a huge fan, and it's great to watch them play. I'm a big fan of Andre Pollard. I think he's the best 10 we've ever had. Morné Steyn also right up there, but in a different... I had to mention him because I'm really good friends with him, but he's an amazing fly-off as well. But Pollard, just the all-round game, and I think we need him to win that World Cup.
All right, well, Andre Pollard, AB de Villiers, could they have been just as good? We'll never know, but we do know that an extraordinarily talented sportsman can look back and know that rugby was just another sport he was rather good at. The Secret Rugby Lives made just for you by Bright Rock this week with AB de Villiers.